Hi, I'm Karen Jeynes, and I'm the writer and one of the producers of Recipes for Love and Murder. So Thierry and I were looking for something to adapt. We thought that was a great backbone of a series to find a strong book. And we were reading a couple of different books, and this leapt out to us as being something different. You know, we've seen gritty crime from South Africa, and we thought this was a chance to see something. As much as it's a murder, it's bright and it's full of sunshine and it's full of joy, actually, and sort of love for life and deliciousness. And we really thought that was something new that we hadn't seen before, and we just thought it was dying to be brought off the page and onto the screen. I think what was lovely was that there was enough room, because we were making a 10-part series. There's enough room to hold true to the book, but also create new characters, new worlds within Sally's beautiful world that she very kindly gave to us. So it was a real sort of coming together of her book and then our new vision of what this could be. So there was a lot of fun in it. There's a lot of comedy in it. And for me, comedy and tragedy are always two sides of the same coin, and sort of the heart of things. So getting to develop characters that are really flawed and human and messy, but we kind of love them for it at the same time. I think that was really, I'm really grateful for that experience. No, Sally and I met quite a few times before I started writing this, and she was very clear and very generous in saying both that she needed to step away and also that she hasn't written for television. It's not a world that she's inhabited herself. And so she was quite clear that they needed to be two different things, that she would give me her baby and I could raise it through its next stage of life. And then pass it on to the director and go, here's the baby. So yeah, Sally's been there as a sort of sounding board and a touchstone, particularly on Maria herself, on Tannie Maria and that character. But she's also given us a huge amount of freedom to make it something new. I think there's a couple of challenges. There's always a challenge in any adaptation, because there's a bunch of people out there who love and adore the book. Are probably going to be really cross about some of the directions we've chosen. It's always the way. And I think there's a challenge in trying to portray small town South Africa, trying to do that quite honestly, trying not to shy away from the fact that it's both beautiful and glorious and in some ways very ugly. There's elements of race to deal with. There's elements of sexism. There's a heart of the storyline which is around domestic violence. And those are difficult things to grapple with, to make sure that you're bringing honesty, that you're not making light of something which is very real and very prevalent and very serious. So some of the changes have been made because the book was written sort of over 10 years ago. And so some things just have shifted and changed in our society, and we needed to reflect that. We wanted it to be something that felt current. Some things have changed again because we're turning a book into 10 episodes, and so there's much more room for us to dig in deeper to some of the characters that are maybe smaller in the book. We had the chance to give them a bigger life, maybe delve into some of their home life, their families, and so sort of expand a little bit. The book has a beautiful spotlight on Tannie Maria and what's happening there, and we're just able to sort of shine a slightly wider light on a bit more of this town. Yeah. She has several actors. And chickens are a delight to work with, I have to tell you. There's a hero chicken, Becky. Becky is our hero chicken. And then there's some delightful chickens that have very specific talents, like if you put it on the table, it will stay on the table. So it's really been wonderful. I think it's been a lot of fun. I think our actors have really enjoyed it. Morag is very much a heart of the show, and the Hadida Hardy-ha, the Hardy-da, is tremendously good at hitting its mark and delivering emotional beats. So yes, we were delighted with our animal birds performers in particular. We looked at a lot of places. We felt that the Karoo was very important. We're sort of sitting here in Prince Albert on the border between Klein Karoo and Groot Karoo, and it's kind of, for me, it's what you imagine the Karoo to be. We're not shooting Prince Albert to be itself. We're in the town of Eden, in the Eden district, but in the town of Eden, and it's that meeting place of old and new. It's that small town feeling of we've almost gotten forgotten, but we don't forget us. We're still here. The beauty of the landscapes and the architecture and how they meet and combine and clash. And so really, when we came through here and the beautiful Swartberg Pass, we knew that this was where our story had to find a home.